Okay, what's going on? Did we reset the heroes? Is it the hero's turn now? It must be. We've got to kill all of these people. My gosh. Okay. So, okay, Barbarian first. Barbarian first. Man. I think once I'm just dealing with scouts, it will be easier. 1, 2, let's kill this orc. Come on, Barbarian. Please. Please. Otherwise, the wizard is going to come out and just wreck house and burn his spells. Look at that. 4 skulls. That's got to be certain death for the orc, right? He only has a defense of 2. He is Dunsky. Let's see if we get anything from that. No, we don't. Okay. But we get 1 less orc on the board, and that is victory enough. Jeez. So he'll stop there. Wizard's still going to hang back. Not even his turn yet, though. Elf needs to deal with this bleed token. That is a white shield. What is that again? I think... Is that nothing, or... Oh, Flesh Eater. Let's see. It's not under Bleed. It's under Flesh Eater. White shields. Oh, remove 1 bleed token. Score. Yes. Okay. Okay. Things might be turning around little by little here. So now the elf. Oh my gosh, elf. Do you have anything that can help you? You get like some kind of a potion of attack? No, you used your fire wrath ring. We just got to kill the scout the old-fashioned way. He only has 1 body point. 3 defense, but just 1 body point. Come on now. Come on. 1 skull. All right. Come on. No black shields. Dang it! Ugh. This black shield back here, if you couldn't see it. Dang it. All right. Dwarf. Come on, dwarf. Let's finish off this Beastman. And then we'll just have scouts left, right? 2 attack dice. Nothing. Big zip. Alright. So that's the end of the dwarf. Wizard? Is it time yet? This is a shorter quest. Maybe it wouldn't be such a bad idea to come out of there and burn that sucker. Do you have any... Oh, he's got no health potions. I don't want to do that yet. Okay. Wizard's done. Zargon's turn. Oh. Okay. The Beastman is just going to keep hammering at the dwarf, because he is down to just 2 right now. And if I can take out one of his healing potions, that would be ideal. Beastman gets 2 attack dice, 1 skull. The dwarf gets, 3 defense dice. Well done, dwarf. That's 1 white shield. Okay. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I roll for alert for every single one of these? Oh my gosh. Maybe I should change it to be like to activate on a 5 or a 6. I think I'm going to do that. So just for the sake of balancing, I rolled a couple of 4s. Let's say for now that he failed at that roll. I just don't want to bog this game down in this one room. So alert now. Still a cool ability, but it's just too easy for it to snowball. Especially when, it auto-triggers at least once when the scout gets summoned as a wandering monster. So alert now triggers on 5 to 6. Alright. And I know I spawned scouts on at least 2 rolls of 4 at some point in all this mess. So I'm going to say that this guy also will just pass his turn, but I will start rolling again for this one. Okay, so that's not... nothing is summoned. And that's a 3, so nothing is summoned. And at least at this point, it would be a little bit harder to spawn them outside of line of sight, because my guys are in that room now, but... Okay. So that's the end of Zargon's turn. Let's refresh all my heroes. About 10 more minutes and it's going to be time for my lunch break. Ooh, starting to feel it, so I'm going to drink some water. You didn't know I was going to drink that much, did you? This is originally for apple juice. I drink 2 of these a day is the goal, and I can usually hit it. I used to use smaller bottles. Where's the... This is one of my older ones. I used to drink 2 of these a day, but switched this summer to 2 of these. Just helps to keep me hydrated, which in Arizona is good anyway, but I mean, I studied my major in college was vocal performance, and so you just need to stay really lubricated in that line of work, in that kind of endeavor. And so I've just gotten used to drinking room temperature water, because otherwise if it's too cold, it'll cause some tension in your vocal cords and in your singing that you don't want there. So I've just become accustomed to drinking room temperature water, and in recent years, lots of it, as I try to kind of curb my appetite a little bit. And working from home, I can drink as much water as I want and take as many bathroom breaks as I want. So it's been a good little tool in my dietary toolbox for me. All right. So, before I start the hero's turn, Backlog Vault asks, if you were able to adapt the Spirit Blade world into another medium, what do you think it would work best as? Video game, movie, TV show, etc. I don't know what it would work best as. If I'm the one adapting it, the question would be, what would I best be able to adapt it into something in a different medium? Years ago, I put a good amount of work into adapting it into a tabletop game that was card-based, that used the underlying mechanics and numbers involved in the combat system of HeroQuest. And it left it in a place where it was too complicated, I think, for what it was, and that's the feedback I got on it as well from somebody that did some playtesting for me. And so I realized I was going to have to significantly change the rules for it. And at that point, I was like, I am not equipped, because this is where we need a math guy. I'm not equipped to really significantly change the rules to make this what I would want it to be and as streamlined as I would want it to be. But I think maybe somebody else, if I had the brains of somebody else doing it, that would be a possibility. More realistically, I've flirted with the idea, I've never gotten around to it, I kind of doubt I ever will, but I've flirted with the idea of taking what I was doing in the card game and taking those numbers and transferring them to the rule set of a turn-based dungeon crawler. Because that's basically what it was going to be modeled after. It was going to be missions of members of the Liberation who were going to be going after fragments of the text. Which, with the Bible, they didn't call it that, but that was the idea in the audio drama trilogy. What did we call it? What did I call it? The book? Maybe. I can't remember what I called it in what I called the Bible and Spirit Blade. Anyway, so there'd be a number of missions where that was kind of the goal, was to break into Atlantis, some outlet, some outpost or whatever of Atlantis, and fight through waves of enemies, both Atlantis security guys and troopers and stuff, and demons and stuff. And I found some cool art, at least at the time. Now it would look dated because it was kind of a computer-generated kind of look, which wouldn't fly as well today. But I mean, there'd be other options that I could find today that I could purchase license for. But yeah, I think it would be a turn-based dungeon crawl type of thing. And And I did buy RPG Maker a number of years ago, and I just started while I was on vacation once, like making just the first level. Actually, I got as far as making kind of like the starting place of the first dungeon, you know, and didn't get any further than that. But yeah, so I think that's what I would do, or to adapt it to something else. All right. Now we're at the hero's turn. Barbarian. Kill that beastman. 1. 4 dice. Boom. 3 skulls, baby. There's no way he's surviving that. He has 2 defense dice. He's only got 1 body left. Even if he rolls 2 shields, he's done for. Freaking finally. Well, actually, I should save my freaking finally exclamation for when all these scouts are gone. Did we get any loot off that guy? No. And that's the barbarian. Elf. Take out that scout, elf. Take him out. 1 skull. That could do it. But it does not. Brutal. But the elf can move at this point, which I think I will, because I want the dwarf to... Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... I mean, he can start working on that guy. Yeah, let's do that. And then... Ooh. Gosh, if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... They're pretty darn limited in terms of where they can spawn guys right now. So that's the better move. Yeah, get him in there. Let's do an attack. Two skulls, baby. He's got 3 defense. He's gone. Any loot? Yeah. Man, I haven't gotten any, I don't think, like 25 coin loot off of these guys. It's been a lot of healing potions, which I don't mind. So that's the dwarf. And the wizard, still going to stay put. Alright. So now, with the barbarian here, no enemies can spawn here, no enemies can spawn here or here. It's just right here. But there are 2 spaces open that enemies could spawn in, and I feel a responsibility to try and make them spawn. So we'll start with this scout here. Nope. This scout. No. And this scout. Yes. Alright. Is it an orc or a scout? It, of course, is a scout. Jeez. Alright. He's going to use his ability now. And he does spawn. Is it an orc or a scout? It's an orc. Okay. Good gravy. At least the orc can't do anything from there. And that's the end of Zargon's turn. Okay. Back to the barbarian. Barbarian. You know what? He's got... We have to have him attack. We have to have him attack. If he can get in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna have to roll to see if I can make it. Oh, even worse than that. He biffs it. 1, 2, 3. Alright, that sucks a bit. That's it for the barbarian. Elf. Man. What a pain. Here we go, elf. Miss. Ugh. Disgusting. Dwarf. Get in there, dwarf. Oh. Okay, so I need to finish this round, basically. I'll do a Zargon turn. Yeah, I'll do a Zargon turn. So that was the dwarf. Did the dwarf go? Has he attacked yet? I totally got my Train of thought. Okay, free attack, I guess, if he already attacked once already. 1. Scout. Dead. Okay, excellent. That was the dwarf, and now the wizard is going to move here. Because now, no enemies can spawn here, or here, or here. So scouts are out of luck at this point. That's the end of that. And let's do Zargon's turn. So now the scouts are just going to attack for a change. I don't mind that. He'll move here. He's got an attack of 2 on this dwarf. 2 skulls, my gosh. Well, I'd kind of rather have that, actually, than another monster on the board. So he takes 1 hit. Brings him down to 1. Orc is going to stay put. This scout is going to attack the elf. And he misses. Then he's going to move here. 1, 2, 3. Then the orc is going to go 1, 2. And he attacks with 3 attack dice. Or not. He's going to try and eat this guy. Yeah, that puts a bleed token on him. That sucks. And, oh, crap. We just freed up a space here. This scout can try to use his ability. Dang it. Okay. No success. Alright. So that's the end of Zargon's turn. I'm going to refresh my heroes so I remember that we are going to pick it up after my lunch break with the Barbarian. So I'll be back in about 30 minutes. I said noon. It might be a little bit longer than that. Yeah, around about 30 minutes from now, I should be back. So I hope you will join me then. Thanks. Bye. Okay. Now we're back in it to win it. I almost forgot to restart my recording. I mean, I could have pulled it from the YouTube majigger, but it's better quality if I just work from my own copy. So we are at the Barbarian's turn now, and trying to get rid of these stinking scouts, which the Barbarian cannot really contribute to from where he's at, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm not seeing a way to do that. I think his best contribution, until somebody gets out of the way, is to just stay right there and prevent scouts from spawning anywhere that they might try to spawn from. So, that's it for the Barbarian's turn. Elf needs to roll for that stinking bleed token, and he gets a shield, a white shield, unbelievably gets to discard the bleed token. See, this is what I was talking about before when I said that in a way that's disadvantageous, not to my advantage, said Elmer Fudd. Wait, no, who stutters and then, no, it's Porky Pig. It's Porky Pig that stutters and then eventually just gives up and says something different. But yeah, but I just love the idea of this orc taking a big bite out of a hero. Oh well. Elf is going to get some revenge if he can and try to take out this orc. Still just 2 attack dice, man. 1 skull. Orc gets 2 defense dice, but only 1 body. Hey, nice. Scratch 1 orc. Get any loot? No loot. And that's the end of the elf's turn. Dwarf. Take out that scout. 1 skull. Just 1 skull. Scout gets 3 defense and manages to deflect the blow. Crap. Wizard? What's the word, wizard? He's joined us in the dungeon. I think he's best off staying in that room, though. I don't think he's got a spell that particularly is going to help us right now. I'm feeling hopeful now that I whittled down that spawning thing to just have it on a 5 or 6. I'm feeling hopeful. So yeah, we'll skip the wizard's turn for now. I have been forgetting multiple times again to give myself threat, and then on top of that, I totally forgot when I had a hero enter this room that when they go on the first space, I'm supposed to roll to see if I trigger a trap. Dang it. And that whole rolling thing, I don't remember doing that the last 2 games that I played. I think I've just been auto-triggering it. So maybe I'll just go back to that, especially since I forgot that one. I don't know. Hey, Evolve Leader. Says, I'm still here, bro, don't worry. Well, thanks for sticking around, even through my lunch break. And, let me catch up on a couple comments here that came right as I was leaving or after I left for lunch. First, going in reverse order, Iron Man 1 is underrated, in my opinion, says Balmy Leader. Yeah, I suppose it probably is. I hadn't really thought of it as being underrated. I think a lot of people like that one, but maybe now, just like in the shadow of all the movies that have come since then, people don't think of it as fondly. I love that first Iron Man movie. I think... I'm trying to remember when the Disney acquisition was. If Disney had their fingers in the pot for the production of Iron Man 2, or if it was after that. Either way, I feel like Iron Man 1, when that came out, that shifted what my favorite superhero movie of all time was. I can't remember if I was still saying The Matrix at that point, because I was thinking of The Matrix as a single superhero movie, which it's neither a single movie nor technically a superhero movie, but I was doing whatever I wanted to anyway. But at some point, Iron Man replaced that, and I was like, this is my favorite superhero movie of all time, because it had that clever humor that was born out of who the characters are. You compare the jokes in that movie to so many of the Marvel movies, especially in Phase 2 and 3, I think to some extent. No, 2, mainly 2. And a lot of characters were just kind of wisecracking just to wisecrack. But Tony Stark and Robert Downey Jr., the humor coming out of that character and that actor were born out of who the character was. And he was even written that way, not just a wisecracker. He wisecracked as a defense mechanism when he was nervous or when he was feeling cocky or whatever. It came out of who he was as a character. And the great banter and the dynamic going on between he and Gwyneth Paltrow. That was just unique. They kept trying to be funny after that, but it was kind of like one brand of recycled humor in a lot of cases, and not necessarily born out of who the characters are. So the humor worked great for me, and they weren't afraid to do drama. I mean, like, Tony Stark, I mean, I don't want to say he had PTSD. I mean, they saved that for Iron Man 3, but he was really scarred and changed by his kind of like POW type of experience. I mean, in the comics he was a POW. In this he was kidnapped by terrorists and was really close to dying and witnessed someone die that... It was really tragic, that character. At the beginning of Iron Man that died, and that he was there in his final moments, and you know, they just went to some heavy places of drama that they really started shying away from after that, and I suspect especially once Disney had their hands on it, because Disney's just like, despite most of those movies being PG-13, Disney I think is largely thinking family, 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 family. We can't get too heavy, family, you know, and because of that, the Marvel movies, especially in Phase 2, but even after that, in most cases, just are not like, were not really resonating with me. Certainly not like that first Iron Man movie. So I agree with you. I think people should speak much more glowingly. No, not as a moral imperative. They can like whatever they like, you know, but man, I really like that first Iron Man movie. Even though, you know, many Marvel movies became much more big budget, much more spectacular. That first Iron Man movie, that was something special. So the other comments I want to come back to really quick, just to acknowledge, I don't have much to say about them. Eclipse the producer, who's probably come and gone by now, but thank you, Eclipse, for coming in, said, you should get Fantasy Grounds on PC. It's the closest thing to D&D pen and paper version as it's going to get. And then adds, and you can buy all the D&D versions for it as well and play it online with others. I wrote that down. I wrote down Fantasy Grounds. I want to look into that some more, so thank you for the recommendation. It sounds cool. Let's see here. And then Stephen Cornegay said, there is also Owl Bear Rodeo. It looks pretty amazing. That is such a bonkers name. I have no idea what that is, but I wrote that one down as well. I'm going to take a look at that and be sure to check it out. So thanks for the recommendations. And then finally, Bomb Leader says, do you like garlic sauce with your pizza? I love it the time I had it. Parmesan is good too, but garlic sauce is amazing. I don't know if I have or not. I think it can be a little bit too much for me. I know that we've had a crust that was a garlic, seasoned crust, and it's the aftertaste. I love it in the moment. So I'm with you in the moment. It's how long it sticks around in my mouth after that I'm like, I need to go use some mouthwash. All right. So, did we take all the heroes' turns? That's what all my flipped things are saying, is that I took all the heroes' turns. So I guess we're doing scouts now. So scout number 1, let's try to trigger. Nope. Scout number 2, nope. Scout number 3, no. That's more like it. That's more like it. Just waste your turns, scouts. They didn't even roll a 4 on those, but anyway, man, that really can sneak up on me. So let's refresh the heroes. I said on the schedule that I was going to go until 11:45. I think I'm Pacific time. I think I'm actually going to go until closer to 1. I've got a little bit of wiggle room, so yeah, I think 15-20 minutes extra is not going to impact me much today. Let's see here. Barbarian. Oh, I forgot to have the dwarf move. Dang it. Foo. Okay. So, Barbarian doesn't do much of anything. Dang it. Elf. Wait, no, there's an open space here. Here goes Barbarian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yes, that means the elf probably won't be able to attack unless he can get around here. However, the Barbarian just is my greatest, most consistent offensive player right now. Oh, crap. Of course, I had to say that, right? Dang it. Well, that's the Barbarian's turn. Elf. Oh, well, the dwarf's in the way, so the elf isn't doing anything. Unless he does flippity-flippity. Let's do it. It's worth it. Acrobat. Does this scout get a chance to attack? He does not. And the elf is going to attack him now. 2 skulls, baby. There we go. The elf's like, hey, I can fight too. Yeah. Oh man, he totally takes out this scout who drops a healing potion. Where's my pencil? Come on, pencil. Where'd you go? Oh, crap. It must have rolled under something. Alright, I'll get another one. It was over by my computer. I took my pencil to write down those game recommendations. Let's see. Healing potion for the dwarf. He's building up a little stockpile here. He's got 5 of them now. Let's see. That was the elf. Elf is done. Dwarf. Take out that scout, dwarf. Nope. And nothing really to gain by him moving out of the way, so he'll just stay there. Wizard, stay put. First scout. Can you... Oh, there's nowhere. Oh, wait. Here, right? Or here, actually. Either of these spots, I could get somebody in. Okay. So he'll try it. Nope. Second scout. Yes. Is it an orc or a scout? Crap, it's a scout! Dang it! Oh, and my wizard's exposed. My wizard is exposed. Should I go and attack the wizard? I feel like I should. I feel like I should. Even though my instinct is always, scout, scout, use the alert, alert, alert. When the wizard is exposed, 1, 2, 3, you take advantage. You take advantage. One skull. Wizard gets 2 defense dice. And he gets a white shield. Okay. Good. So that's it for the enemies, right? Let's refresh our heroes. Barbarian. Oh, hello. No-brainer. 1, 2, 3.
Leave my friend alone.
I guess should we always assume that barbarians are dumb and have
Dumb meathead-sounding voices.
Maybe he's like, tactically speaking, this is not the best decision for you. Okay, he's gonna take a swing. Two skulls. He gets 3 defense. Wow. He blocks 1, but I believe the scout, only has 1 body point. He is out and drops another healing potion. Wow. I'm getting a lot of 6s on those rolls. That's kind of uncanny. And that one for the barbarian. Okay. Great. So that's it for the barbarian. How about the elf now? Well, elf is just going to swing at that dude next to him. He had a great attack last time. Let's see if we can repeat that by any chance. Oh my gosh, we just did! 2 skulls. Crazy. Alright, scout. Ugh, 1 skull ain't gonna cut it. You're gone. And he drops... Oh, finally. Okay, he drops 25 coins. Which actually I do want. I don't think I have a rule that allows me to sell my potions. Because I'm building up quite a stockpile, but I hesitate to even think about selling those. But that was the elf. 25 coins for the elf. Beautiful. 25. Very nice. You know what I should do? I should just use a token for now. I already wrote in that space. I hate to, I like having the character sheets. A lot of board games, a lot of dungeon crawl board games moved away from character sheets, like Descent, like Doom, in favor of, little cardboard plates that you put tokens on to keep track of things like health and money and whatnot. And I like how thematically those things look, and I like the tactile nature of them. That's freaking nerdy fun to pick up little coins. Like, I got these coins from Descent. They're here ready to go, man. I love this stuff. Love it. But it gets a little, as they say, fiddly. And so I genuinely do prefer the little tablets and little, making little marks and stuff. The downside is, if you have a small amount of space in which you are writing and rewriting things, like keeping track of numbers of health potions and whatnot, so it might be better for me to use tokens for health potions, and then at the end of the quest, this is what I've done for, I'll keep the card laying on top of a character, and then at the end of the quest, we'll see how much I actually am left with. I'll make a permanent mark on my character sheet and go on from there. But functionally, I really do think that tablets or mini character sheets are superior. Like that Diet Mountain Dew. I'm not normally a Mountain Dew drinker, which is why I like Diet Mountain Dew. I've tried to do some 0-calorie sodas and stuff. to have a little sweet treat, you know. But I can't just get like the diet version of something I already love. Like I can't drink Diet Pepsi, even like Pepsi 0 calorie or whatever it's called. I can't really do it. I just keep thinking, it's not quite Pepsi, you know. But in the Pepsi family is Mountain Dew, which I don't normally drink, and so I don't have a preconceived notion. So I just enjoy Mountain Dew. That is my Mountain Dew experience. And I like it. I don't know why I talked about that. There's no reason to. What the crap is happening? All that did was distract me from focusing. Summer insanity.
Liberate butter.
What am I gonna do?